Welcome back to In this video, we are going to learn how to use the filter feature on Google Sheets, as well as create a chart in order to visualize our monthly expense data. Let's get started. Let's now play around with filters. Go into your cleanup tab and first select all your inputs. Now you can right-click and select Create a Filter. You see this little triangle icon that pops up? Well, we can actually play around with these. So why don't we start by going into Category and let's clear all the check marks. And let's say I just want to look at my food spending for that month. Click OK, and you can see all our data has been summarized so that we can only see our food expenses for that month. You can undo that by clicking Select All, and all of your inputs should come back. Select all. Okay. There we go. We can also sort by category. So let's go to A to Z. And now all like categories are placed together. Maybe you want to sort by date instead from A through Z. We can see, ooh, the beginning of the month was quite heavy with finance charges. No bueno. That's one of the ways that you can play around with the filter feature. But what's also really cool is we might want to filter by condition. And for example, maybe I want to know which expenses were greater than or equal to, let's say, 1,000 Thai baht. Click OK, and now only the expenses that were greater than 1,000 baht appear in my table. And you can just go Command Z or Control Z to undo that and show all of those expenses again. So that's quite fun. That's the filter feature. Next up, we want to create a summary table. So to do that, let's highlight cells G2 to H8. Go to Insert, select Chart. And here we do want to select a pie chart, but there are other chart options depending on what makes sense for your data. Let's go ahead and rename this to August expenses. Close your chart editor. You can move this around, and we can see this month was quite heavy on travel, with that being almost 68% of all the total expenses. Meanwhile, food, measly 5%, personal spendings 4%, transportation 2.3%, and housing about 18%. All right, so that is the filter feature, and we have just made a chart to summarize our August expenses. Guess what? We are finally at the end of our data cleanup project. You now have an understanding of all the basic tools and features that you can use to create your own customizable expense tracking template. From now until the end of the school year, I'd like you to start tracking every single expense, including the things that your parents or guardians spend money on, things like rent, transportation, gas, groceries, etc. This is so we can have a very accurate picture of exactly how much you cost. Your assignment is to now follow the instructions listed in Task 2 in order to create your own customizable expense tracking template. I'd like you to start with a blank sheet. And the reason for this is so that you can practice using the tools, functions, and formulas that we've learned in the last few lessons. In the next video, we'll talk about how you can check your work to see if you have made any errors in your spreadsheet. Happy tracking!